Hey everybody, I am back again, still working on the Pink Princess journal. Let me see if I got you in frame here. I do, okay. Um, I am finishing up my insides, I think. The lady that this order is for, I've done some journals for her before. And the one thing that she complimented on and she kept talking about was how she loved all the little foo-foos and all the little pockets and all the little stuff, all the little extras. And so I wanted to kind of make sure we have plenty of extras. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is kind of doing a go through to see. I'm edging this in pink just because, you know, we're all pink here, so I don't know if I don't use these as freely as some of you do, and I don't know if it's because I don't know how to use them or what. Everybody makes it look so easy and effortless, but it's not so much that way for me. And it may just be the colors that I've got going on here, because that really doesn't show up. The gray, I can't seem to make it show up. I have two different colors of pink, and they seem to work pretty good. I have a darker, I have a picked raspberry and a spun sugar that I'm kind of working with. And the picked raspberry is pretty bold. I don't know if you can see that or not. I haven't decided if I like it or not. It's pretty bold. But it's okay. I'm sure there's rules about mixing colors and all that good stuff, but my little dauber is a dollar store find in the makeup section, because I'm a cheapo. So there you have that. So anyways, I'm just kind of going through what I've got together so far and seeing where I'm at with everybody and making sure I've got plenty of foo-foo. Making sure everybody's sewn. Seeing if I've got a good base before I start trying to add some more and see what more I can add. So I thought I would jump on here and chitter chatter with you guys for a little bit while I work on this. I think I'm done with all my sewing. I'm gonna play around with sewing some more. I don't know if I'll sew or not. Adding some more like this lace floofy stuff to my edges. I love that word floofy. I guess that's the name of this. It's gonna be the name of this journal, is floof or floofy. I don't know if I like this pink edging, but you know, I'm committed now, so I can't just do 2 or 3. I gotta keep going and make them all matchy-matchy. What was I saying? Oh, I'm not sure I'm done with adding stuff to the edge. I am going to add some of this leafy, pink leafy stuff, and I've got pieces of this kind of stuff I'm playing around with still, so I got to do that. We might get to that tonight as well. Worked on this for a little bit last night and got a few more things sewn, as you can see, or as you will see. I still haven't decided on my cover. I was talking to a coworker today about it, and I am wanting, and I'm kind of inclined to do a cloth cover. But the lady that bought this, she's gotten a couple of journals from me before, and they've all been the hardcover, you know, vintage books that I've redone. And I'm afraid if I go soft cover on her, it might throw her off a little bit. So, and I don't know that she'll understand enough to know if I message her and say, hey, can I do a soft cover? I don't know if she'll understand that enough to know what I mean, because she's not really, I don't know that she's seen any of my soft cover ones. So I think it's best that I not do a full soft one, but I mean, I can do a fabric cover for sure. Somehow. You know, just cover the book with fabric and not make it soft and squishy. Not make it a soft and squishy cover. So that is signature 1, and I'm having second thoughts about all these threads floating around here. I mean, I'm committed to them, and it would take me 3 days to trim them all up now, but I'm beginning to wonder if that was a good idea or not. Yeah. Because they're everywhere, and I don't think it makes it look unfinished, but I don't know how other people view that, so. So I'm just a little uncertain about it. But again, I've committed, so we're just gonna go with it. See what becomes of it. Not 100% sure I like that bookmark in there, but so I don't know if you can see or not, but here's my side flip, fabric flip. I don't know that I'm done with it or not. I haven't decided yet, but it fit that space perfectly, so we made it happen for there. I was a little off on my sewing line, so I need to correct my mistake somehow. I will probably put some trim over it. That's my initial thought process on that. So got the fans blowing. Arkansas humidity is stupid. I did turn on my air today. But my house was sitting on 80 degrees, so it's taking it a minute to cool off. So in the meantime, I'm blowing my fan on my feet. In the meantime, oh, I added some envelope flips to each signature. So that was an addition from last night. See how bold that guy is? It's pretty, but whew, it's pretty bold. But I like it. We're working with it. I added this applique. And I have a handful of other appliques. I also picked up these little guys at Walmart today. These little pretty little foofy flowers. So we'll see where they can work into the see where we can work into the journal. The other appliques I have are this pink one. It's a long. I may figure out how to do it in the cover. That's the only pink one I have. Then I have a handful of little, a variety of different little things. These are kind of princessy because they're kind of like a crown to me. I have a handful of them. I have 3 of those. And then I have 2 of these guys. And then I have 2 of these guys. And I have 1, 2 of these hearts. And then this. And then this. And then this is kind of sparkly, pretty princess. Got 2 of those. And then I've got a big one that's sparkly princess. So I have a few appliques to play around with. I don't know if they'll work into the cover or what. I don't know yet. I'm still so undecided about the cover. Still so undecided. And I got that princess band glued on, and so it's a pocket on both sides of the signature. These signatures are thickening up pretty quickly. And I can always, if they get too thick, I can always, oh, I've already done that one. I can always take some of the blank pages out because I do have an excess of them. I do that often. I'll create my pages and then, you know, with plenty of writing pages and then I'll take some out. If I feel like it's got a lot of blank in it, Sometimes people want the blank. I just finished up a custom journal that they're using kind of like as a guest book. So they want a lot of blank pages and writing pages and all that. So sometimes that's a good thing. And if people tell me that they want a mix, then I try to have a good mix of both. And I say a mix of embellished pages versus lots of pockets and foof and all that. Because that's one of the questions I ask when I'm doing getting an order. Oh, that's good to know. I have this other card here that I can play with. Just making sure it matched. I couldn't remember if this pattern was in here or not. Anyways, that's one of the questions I ask when I'm taking an order for a custom journal is, do you want a bunch of writing space, blank pages, things like that, or do you want this to be all the foof and all the pockets and bells and whistles? And most everybody says a good mix of both, and I'm okay with that. Okay with that. A good mix works for me. Because if it's full of blank pages, I feel like I'm not doing it much justice because I don't get to add my fun creativity to it. And I haven't done one that's has a whole bunch of embellishments and ephemera and all that in it. Mine tend to always be a good mix. I like to, especially for the ones that I just play around with and do that aren't custom orders, I like to be sure there's plenty of space because you never know what people are going to do with it. They may want to actually journal in it. So, you have to allow for that. Almost done with this commitment here. And we can move on and see where we can add some trim. Oh, I'm tired. Tired shell. My strings keep getting caught on everything. I'm telling you. Telling you. Okay, so we're done with that little commitment. That's good. Move these out of the way. Okay. Again, today I've got glue on my fingers. It's not. My skin's peeling off. See, look how chunky I am. It's pretty chunky. I'm glad I didn't do my spine yet. Because it may end up being a pretty chunky spine. Okay, so with that in mind, I probably shouldn't. I was going to see about if there was a place to add. I have so many ideas. Where is this other sheet of stickers? Aha. I'm just gonna see if organize yourself, Shell. I'm just gonna see if any of these fit anywhere. In any of our, oh, see, like on here, let me make sure you're in here. I can do something. It says follow your heart. And we're gonna stick him there and hope he stays. If he doesn't, I may have to come back with some. Oh, he might stay. Good. Good deal. Wanderlust. I haven't decided what I'm going to do on the cover here. I could play around with some of these. Appliques. So I have two of the dark pink envelopes, one in the front and one in the back. And I'm trying to readjust my feet a little bit underneath my table. And then in the middle signature, I have a smaller light pink one that I already showed you the applique on. So I kind of like that. And I have two of them, so I could do one in the back and one in the front. I think I might do that. Still using the last of my glue. It's still hanging in there. These are kind of tricky to glue because they're, you know, they're, what is the word? It's not transparent, but they're, the glue squeezes right through them. So, place right here with the biggest section I could glue with the beads on it. I didn't even glue. Okay. So now I got to remember that this one goes in that last. Don't let me forget that. He goes in the last. Okay, back to what we were doing. I'm looking at this. I like the saying. I guess we're just going to leave it on there that it's Confucius saying. Some people, you know, I don't want to offend anybody. I don't know if you're going to see that. That sticker there says, wherever you go, go with all your heart. I can do adventure here. So this is kind of a frilly, girly, princessy type journal with hints of travel. That's kind of how we're explaining this. Hints of travel. Okay, so on the second one, actually let's skip to the third because I'm trying to be symmetrical here. So if I put something here, the only other big long saying I have says, go confidently in the direction of dreams, live the life you have imagined. It's not pink, but we're gonna make it work. I really need to clean my hands. Okay. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing there, but I do know what I'm doing there. I'm doing this there. We had that discussion. My plan is to finish up my insides tonight, and then and so that leaves me just my cover that I have to first decide on and then put together. So that leaves me, tonight's Tuesday, so that leaves me Wednesday night and Thursday night to decide on my cover and put it together and make it happen. Make it happen, Shell. Make it happen. Oh, here we go. This is another Follow Your Heart. You see what I did there? This is the sticker that was on the last, in the first signature. That's why I had to flip to the third one, so I could not use stickers that belong back here. That makes sense? Let's see, what else did I use? Adventure is the other one I used. I can put that here. Okay, so those, the front and the back signature are symmetrical now. I'm so silly, I know. Let's see here. Nothing is speaking to me in this back section here. Guess I could do a wandering. I need to do something here. I can do explore. Not gonna put a quote on here. I was hoping, what is that all about? I was hoping, oh, I guess I could probably figure out something to do here. A little foo-foo. Or I have these guys. Can just do a bead of that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Let me get one, yep, because I think that will fit perfectly. Okay. Now I gotta figure out, I gotta trim some of these off, or maybe I can pull them off. They're a sticky glue. Sticky sticker stuff. Let's see here. I hate to cut them because then I'll get that sticky stuff all over my scissors. But that's what you do, I guess. Yeah, I kind of like that. It's enough pizzazz for that. Plus it had the applique on the back. I forgot. Oh, here we go. So, yeah. Okay, I guess that's good for my stickers. Just wanted little hints of them. So here's something else I have. These little princess buttons. My initial thought is to run them along the spine, but I have no idea. No clue what I want to do. Again, I'm getting kind of chunky, so. Kind of chunky. So I've got plenty of lace, I think, here. I want to play with this. This is my last of the ball of floofy that I've been putting on the tag, so I need to save it for dangle. And wrap it around. Y'all can't see that, but I'm gonna wrap it around. Or maybe you can see it. I'm gonna wrap it around my light pole, so hopefully I won't lose it. And I have these little bits of these darker pinks that can go along some of my edges. Let's see how much I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little extra. So 4 on that one. Oh, I barely have 1 on that one, so that's 5. 1, 2, 3. So 4 of the dark and 4 of the lighter. They're both dark, but so 4 of each. So if we did 2 in the first signature and 2 in the back signature. See my dilemma? Okay, we're just gonna break it down and do that. Do you think it's funny that as crafters I have 4 pairs of scissors on my table, plus my blade. Do you think that's kind of funny? I think that's kind of funny. It's like, golly, how many kinds of scissors do you need? Okay, so we have 2 dark and 2 dark and 2 dark and 2 dark and 2 dark. I don't know if I'm in the screen or not. I haven't figured out I have this little bit. And guess where he's gonna go? Somewhere in the middle signature. You see how I do this? See how my brain works? You're probably thinking, your brain is not working, lady. It's not working. I mean, I say it goes in here. It may not, because there may not be a place for it to go. It may not be. May not be. Okay. That answered that. This will go in my scraps. Okay. So that's my middle signature, and he's out for the dark trim. So let's do this one at a time here. So we have 2 of the dark and 2 of the lighter. And I probably should sew these, but I'm thinking I'm gonna glue, depending on where they end up going. I mean, I can always lay them over and do a double lace. I can always do that. So if we have the 2 dark and the 2 light, so a dark and a light in the front half and a dark and a light in the back half. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so we're working with the front half. Can do it on the front of the signature. Or would the darker one be prettier there? Or making a mess of this stuff. Let's do this. Let's wind it up like we're supposed to. So today I was watching, I'm going to call her a friend of mine, Mary Ellen at Red Parrot. I've tagged her in a couple of my videos before. She was saying today, the people I hang around with, and it made sense because she mentioned me and she mentioned Cindy at Studio Lou, and I mean, that's kind of how I am. There are a handful of ladies that I hang around with. I feel like I hang around with them on YouTube, watch their stuff, follow along with the journals they're making, you know, things like that. So anyways, all that to say, I was watching one of Mary Ellen's today. She's working on a coffee journal and she's got quite a bit going on with it. So I'm really interested to see, can't wait to see how it turns out. But anyway, she mentioned me in her video, and she mentioned for, you know, as a little nod for people to come check out my video, which is great. Come check out my channel. I appreciate that. But she said, you know, that I'm over here faffing around. And so I'm from Arkansas, from South, and that is not a term we use, faffing around or faffing about. So I had to Google it. I knew it probably wasn't bad, but I just needed to make sure before I used it in my own context. And the definition is not on the top of my brain right now, but it's quite appropriate. Yeah, it's quite appropriate. So I'm tempted to like title my videos Faffing Around, because I do the create with me, because that's essentially what this is. Goodness, that's long. But it is faffing around. I don't know that I accomplish much in these videos, you know, and they're 45 minutes to an hour long, maybe even more. I don't know. But do I really get anything accomplished? I don't know. As I'm sitting here spending half an hour winding this, I'm trying to be OCD and make it, because there's a shiny side and a dull side, and I was trying to make it line up, but it really doesn't matter. So, anyways, I could do this. I think I like this much more than the... Oh, I just love that. Tell me you love it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, I'm tempted not even to use these now. I think I won't, now that I cut them all up. I mean, I won't get rid of them, obviously, but I won't use them in this journal. So go over there. I think I'll just work on trimming with this. And let's see how many. I have 5 yards of this, so hopefully this is not going to have me scrambling to the Hobby Lobby. Oh, I probably should get out my other glue. Hopefully this is not going to have me scrambling to, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open the new glue just for time's sake. As the new glue takes forever to come to a head. Yeah, hopefully I can stay within the 5 yards. I'm putting this glue right on that seam of where I've sewed. My only dilemma with gluing all this down is it's going to take a minute to dry. And I'm going to end up with glue all over my hands. But I just think, oof, that is what needs to be done. Ugh. Okay, so yes, so back to faffing around. I appreciate you guys joining me with these little create with me's. You know, it's fun to craft and chat. Even if I'm just chatting to my phone, you guys up there in my phone. I know you're listening. I know you're listening. I think what I'm going to do, because I'm afraid I'm going to run out. I know I've got 5 yards, but I'm going to hit all the highlighted, the important parts that definitely are going to need this, excuse me, this leafy love. And then I'll fill in with what is left. How's that for a plan? Yep, I like that a lot. Okay, so that's the first signature. We're going to set that aside and do the same to the last signature. And there is a legit shiny side and dull side, and I'm trying to make sure our shiny side is up. And don't let me use all of this, because if I do a dangle, I need some of this in a dangle. And maybe that's what I need to do when I get this the back on this, is to cut me a strip for the dangle, just so I don't use it all. Because I like it so much, I might just really get into it and put it on every page. Put it on every page, they said. Put it on every page. Okay. I do like it. I do like it. You know, sometimes you just have some stuff in your journals that, gosh, that's like the best thing ever. I think this is what this leafy stuff is feeling. It just fits. It just fits. Okay. Now, does he fit alongside here? I think so. Surprisingly so. This helps cover up my wavy lines, because I can't sew straight either. I can't cut straight. I can't draw a straight line without a ruler. And I can't sew straight, no matter how hard I try. So, oh, you know what I said I was going to do? I'm going to cut off enough for a dangle or 2 or 3. Okay, this needs to go with the dangle stuff. Where did I put that? I know I just had it. Yay, yay, yay. Where are you at? Probably right here in front of my face, so just stop and look. Stop and look, Shell. Where are you at? You know, I wanted to do a... Okay, this is gonna bother me. I wanted to do a shaker card for this journal. Oh, haha. Where did I tell you I was putting it? You were supposed to remind me that it was on my lamp pole. Goodness. Okay. Now we have a pile for dangle material. Whew. Okay, carrying on. I wanted to do a shaker card for this journal, but I couldn't make it come together in my brain. And I really didn't have good material to do that with. You know, sometimes images and scraps lend themselves to making, oh, this would make a perfect shaker card. And I just really didn't have that with this guy, or this lady. So we don't get a shaker card. Plus, we're too thick right now anyway, so we don't have room for it. Okay, so my plan is to go through and figure out which of my edges I need. And then I'll come back and add, you know, just a little titch here and a little titch there. Titch is another word that I don't use down here. That is a Cindy with Studio Lou word. So I've got faffing from Mary Ellen and just a titch from Cindy at Studio Lou. I am learning all sorts of Canadian words. That's what happens when you hang around with Canadian friends, huh? I'm sure there's words they hear me say, they're like, what is she talking about? Maybe not, but highly likely. I mean, and it would be really highly likely if you talk to me outside of journal making, because again, I'm from the South. We have words down here. Some words we just really like to use too. Oh, I need to do something with my gluey hands. Still good, still going good. I should probably slow down with this. There is one page I know I need some of this because I'm going all crazy with my sewing. I got a little too crazy with that one. So I know I need to cover up some wonky sewing. So maybe that's what I'll do before I get too far into where this is. It's in the middle. So I'm going to put you on hold for a minute and bring you in here because I know for sure I need to cover up this craziness. This kind of was going everywhere. Was going everywhere with my sewing machine on this one. Not a care in the world. I was just going at it. So I need to kind of hide that a little bit. In my defense, I was sewing on lace on the other side, and so you really can't see it on the other side, so I just was, like I said, going to town with it. Whatever happens, happens, kind of thing. But I think that covers it up mighty fine. Let me peel a layer of glue off my fingers real quick. I have a package of wet wipes over here somewhere. I just have never used them. And at one point in time with my collage work, I used to keep a wet rag handy. But I stopped doing that when I started creating journals because, as you know, I've got paper everywhere. And I kept laying my paper on the wet wash rag. Let's see if this works. Ah, it does. It works mighty fine. Okay, good deal. Makes me feel a little better. And I can just toss this in the trash. Didn't get it all, but I got the top layer. Okay, toss that in the trash. And then we'll go from there to get more glue on our hands. See what I just did there? Okay, scoot you over and add some more glue. And shiny side up. Lay you down. And just so you know, I talk to myself when I'm creating journals, and I'm creating and doing artsy things, and while I'm at work. Email this person here, add this attachment. You know, that's what I do all day long. Thankfully, I don't share an office with somebody. I don't have much of an office. It's just a little corner in the hall, but thankfully it's not with somebody else because I'm sure I'd get on their nerves. Okay, back to business. Back to the business. Oh, I got the hiccups. Haven't had dinner tonight. I just came in from work and got started. Did some sewing and then I jumped on here with you guys, so. You see what I just did? That belongs over there. Okay, still got some on the roll. Still got some. I need to find out. So I did it on those two, and then on the rows, and okay. I'm trying to figure out where I did it. This one. Did I do it on the rows? Nope, I did it on the other side. This side. Okay. Shiny side down, shiny side up, lay it down on the glue. Yeah, I may be in overkill with this stuff, but I really like it and I really think it goes really well in here. I do. Okay. And it's gonna stick out a little bit. That's great. And we got some on that. Okay, so we are done with the first round of that. Let's get in here to this. See, that's just so pretty. Just works so well, I think. Okay. Ooh, getting a little crazy with the glue here. Need to clean the tip of it off. It's a new bottle. It's getting excited because it's getting to be used. My other little bottle is just gonna have to chill for a minute. No wrinkling. We're not doing the wrinkle thing. Okay. And I think we did it on that too. I think I did it on all the printed pages just because it looks so good on the colors, I guess, is what the deal is. Clean the tip off of that. Okay. Okay. Now, lay you down. Ooh. Trim you off. And try it again, because I pulled you up. So yeah, I did it again. Ooh, look at you going all crazy right here. Some of you guys are probably saying, if you would just use art glitter glue with the little bitty tip, this would be so much easier and less messy, but again, I'm kind of fond of the glue I use. Okay. Another little wipey. Wipe another layer of glue off my hands. I think I've said before in one of my videos, and it still holds true, I am a messy artist. Messy, messy, messy. I am not afraid to get my hands dirty or gluey or anything of that nature. Not afraid, because it all wash off, and if it don't, then it'll fade away eventually. It's kind of my motto. My mom used to say, you're getting your hands off, paint all over your hands. It's like, nah, it's okay. It will wash off, and if it don't, it will be there for a couple of days, and then I'll be fine. And I wonder if I'm in the, I think I'm in the screen with you guys still. You need to invent a, which they may have, I'm just not techie enough to know, like some sort of light up here that kind of shines down, giving you like a fake outline that doesn't show in the video. It just shows to me so I can see where I'm at. It doesn't blind you guys or bother you guys. Pages are sticking together, but that's okay. We'll work with it. Okay, coming down to the last of this. And for whatever reason, it's not wanting to stay down. It's wanting to give me a headache. Okay. And then I've got some on the last. Okay. So I'm going to look at my middle, make sure I don't need it anywhere else. And then I need to walk through and unstick all my pages. Tell you, I'm messy. Messy, 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 messy. Yeah, there's no other pages that I want to have that on here in the middle signature. And then let me check I haven't decided which one's the first and which one's the last. I can't decide if we want to open it with the princess dress or we want to open it with the castle. I'm thinking the princess dress, but I haven't 100% decided. So I think now I'm going to use what's left and I can't decide. I hate to use it all and then figure out my cover and wish I had some of it for my cover. Does that make sense? But I would like to use some of it for little titch here and there, you know? I also still have this that I kind of probably need to work in somewhere in the first and last signature, because it's in the middle signature on the envelope. Okay. So let's just see how much more we have. Not a whole lot. So I think I should not play with fire. I should keep this for the cover if I decide, okay, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna keep this for the cover, and if I decide that it's not used on the cover, I can always come back and add little pieces here and there. So we're putting this on the other lamp post for now. Now, is there place in the first and last signature for this kind of stuff? I know it's a little bold, and maybe it needs to be on this page. This bold pink. I'm doing like all kinds of pink up in here. Every shade of pink is in here. But does that clash with that? Shush. Let's see here. It doesn't clash with that. I can put it there. Okay. So let's see here. I can maybe do some little titches here and there with this stuff. I love this stuff. It's so super easy and it adds so much quick bling. Quick little bling. So that's in the first signature. And then we'll do this in the last signature. We can do it here or where are you at? Oh, here. Or both, because it will go with either or. We can do that since I have two long pieces. These I found at the dollar store as well. And they were, you guessed it, $1. They had a handful of different colors. They had the pinks and the blues and the gold. And I also have this, but I don't think I'm going to use this. So yeah. Got that when I got that as well. I initially got these pink to add to a unicorn journal that I did, and I used a lot of them. I actually ended up using most of them in a pink llama themed journal, I think. And it was pink llama. It wasn't a pink llama, it was just the papers inside it were pink. So the colors that we went with were pink. Okay. So that gives it some sparkle. So I have these little pieces to play with. So let's see where they can go. And it's kind of tricky because some of them aren't full circles. So we actually only have, if you want to get all technical about it, actually I have that, which, forgive me for saying this, looks kind of like boobs. So I don't know if we'll use, but I guess we could use them like this, with just the 6 on it. Okay, let's just figure out where they're gonna go first before I start chopping them up. I'm thinking like, you can see that, just little here's and there's, just to add a little sparkle wherever we go. Yep, I think I like that. We can do one on each of the ends of this. What was my motto for this couple months? Use what I have. So we are using what we have. We're not going to do anything on this or this or this because we have an adventure sticker. A Wanderlust sticker on that one. So yeah, that was not a lot, but let's see what we got in here. This middle signature has a lot of blank pages in it that I may trim down. A lot of blank pages. We'll start trimming it now, actually. Just to help a little bit with the thickness of everything. Okay, where were we? We were adding little sparklies. That says Wandering. That says Explore. And that has that. We could add a little thing there just for cohesion. Since he has a little bit of a weird applique. It's like a butterfly, but not really. Okay, moving on. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Okay, so that takes care of the middle. Let's see what we have in here that needs a little sparkly. That has Wanderlust. That has that. We can add to this like we did on the other. Make it another 6 diamond. Let's see here. Okay, carrying on, carrying on. Okay, so maybe I didn't need, but now I've got these little things that I need to put somewhere because they're gonna be silly if I don't. I mean, I guess I could put it above the Wanderlust. I can do that. I say it's gonna be silly if I don't because I'll have these little bitty things that need my attention. I don't mind throwing one or two away, like this little guy. Yep, okay. There we go. Use those up, yay! Okay, so let me see. Gosh, I've probably been sitting here yabbering for a good long while. So, a little over an hour now. My apologies for running so long. I just was having so much fun. So I'm going to close this up for now. I'm going to work on a few more things. Oh, he's thick. But that's okay. We're going to work with it. I think I'm going to kind of clean up my area a little bit. Kind of reorganize my thoughts. Mainly because I need to figure out this cover, and I can't do it in this chaos right now. So as you can see, let's see here. See all this chaos here. I got my appliques over there and my pile for my dangle over there, and I've got some other random stuff there and other random stuff there, and so yeah, I just need to get that situated. So anyways, thanks for joining me as I faff around. Like I said, I've got a couple more days to work on this journal before it's due. And so I need to get down to it. And I think I'm good with my insides. I think it's pretty thick and pretty fluffy. So now I need to figure out my cover. I don't know why I'm procrastinating with it, but anyways, I am. So that's what I'm going to do the next couple days. Tonight I'm going to clean up my mess a little bit, reorganize, and then I'll be ready to jump into a cover the next couple days. I'm planning to do a video with you guys because at the current moment, I'm planning to do my cover out of this chunky girl, out of these two pieces of cover. And of course, to do that, I'm going to have to build a spine and all that good stuff. And so I kind of want to do it as a tutorial, but not really officially tutorial, but so you can kind of see what I'm doing with it. And we'll just go from there. So I'm going to close up tonight. Thanks for joining me, and take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys soon.